I think this is going to be a weird tournament in that some teams that you don't expect are going to make some advances, but I don't see, and this is how it always starts, I don't see a ton of dogs out there on the board that I think are going to be an issue. Everybody's on Vermont. I think Arkansas is going to defend them really well. I actually like Arkansas today. I think that's a good one. Teams that tend to play teams close are going to have trouble. UCLA, 13.5 against Akron. Akron just might hang around long enough to stay in that game. Some reason San Francisco is a 2-point dog at Murray State, I guess because it's a 7-10 game or whatever. But I think San Francisco just wins that game outright. So those are the dogs I like today. But I think we're going to see a lot more upsets later in the tournament, maybe not necessarily today.
Okay, Jules, do you agree with that? You think it's going to come a little later?
Yeah, so I don't see many dogs that I love on Thursday, honestly. And I think, like Collin said, there's a lot of trendy dogs where taking the favorite is going to be going against the grain. And we've seen Arkansas now tick down to 4.5, which is what I've been waiting for. I wrote them up in my article on Monday at 5, but I haven't put it out as a bet for this reason. What am I going to do later today? I'm going to put out Arkansas minus 4.5 because we're getting the better number, and I don't think UVM can stick around. So I'm going to take this and go with the trendiest dog of the tournament and go the other way. Everybody wants South Dakota State. I feel like Providence is the underdog in this game, and yet they are growing from 2 to 3 now on DraftKings Sportsbook. Late money coming in on Providence, which I think is the correct side. Jackrabbits won 21 in a row in Summit League. Great. What were they before that? They won one game as an underdog this year. It was by 3 against Washington State. They lost a game when favored by 22.5 to Idaho. They lost a game favored to Washington by double digits. They were a slight dog against Missouri State, lost by double digits. The most comparable game I can find here is Alabama. The Jackrabbits were 12.5-point dogs against Alabama. They lost by 16. So everybody's all about this South Dakota State team no matter what. So give me Providence. I know we're playing by our own rules here. They're a favorite, but they feel like an underdog, honestly, the way that everybody's talking about South Dakota State.
All right, most bet dog today right now, guys. 56% of the bets on New Mexico money line against UConn. So a little 12-5 there, Jules.
Wow.
Yep.
I was just opening up the splits email. That kind of surprises me, but it is interesting. That UConn game is going to be a stay away from me, but that it surprises me that UConn is not getting as much support. And I think that says a lot about this New Mexico team. And to see that they're the most bet dog on the money line, I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, are you as surprised as Jules on that one, Collin?
A little bit, yeah, but hold on. As Jules just informed me, because I hadn't had a chance to have coffee yet, look, this is me hitting a button on an app. Yes, I just took Arkansas minus 4.5. There is no reason on God's green earth to think that this Vermont team, who has beat up on the finest mediocre athletes in the Northeast of the country, should have any
guys like
reason.
Guys like Emerson.
Guys like
Thank
Emerson. The American East Conference is filled with guys like Emerson. So I think this is just a spot where they're going to see a defense they haven't seen all year. I've got Arkansas on the Final Four. So full disclosure here, I am definitely that guy and that mark for that team. But 4.5 here is just, come on. Let's go. This is a game Arkansas could absolutely run them off the floor, especially because they've had all of this. All they've heard is how good Vermont is, how well Vermont shoots the 3, how they have guys 1 through 5 who can play interchangeably. They've heard all of this. They know how to defend it. They know what they're going to do. They'll come out with a plan. They're going to attack athletically in transition and in space. Give me the Hogs.